I'm not even going to get myself washed and dressed and look good to be a part of this video. I'm sorry, but I've just got something I've just got to get off my chest. A few years ago, a person appeared on YouTube, a very curious character, someone who was female and seemed to be speaking out against the rights of women, for instance. Had a very strong tendency towards what you might call the right, and believes in very traditional, I would even say Southern American values about liberty. But essentially liberty was her main idea. She developed a new channel called Liberty Chick Live, which she currently broadcasts upon. You can go and see it. It has a capital L, a capital C, and another capital L, Liberty Chick Live. And she's done this video in which she's trying to tell people to not vote. Now, if you understand the history of the concept of liberty, you'll know that it had a connection to the writings of the Enlightenment period. Okay, it had a connection to the French Revolution, where people died so that liberty could be created with the end of a feudal system and the creation of, democracy or democratic thinking, or giving people the right to be able to choose who their leaders are through the democratic process. And then, of course, there was the Boston Tea Party, where lots of very expensive tea from China was thrown into the water and destroyed because there was a tiny little tax put upon it, because essentially the American people on the what is now the eastern seaboard of the USA was not given the right to vote. This is where the idea comes from. And this is what she says.
Hey guys, what's up? I just wanted to lend my support to the Vote for Nobody campaign for Election Day this year. I do believe that the only legitimate candidate that was running was Ron Paul.
No, there were more than one legitimate candidates. They were candidates, they were legitimate, okay? Now, if you choose to not vote, what you are doing is you are giving more political power to people who have different views to yourself. Okay? You're giving them that power so that their views get heard. Okay? They will be the one who will have more influence over the running of the society that you live in, no matter who you are. Just remember the idea of this: no taxation without representation. And remember that that came from the idea that the people on the eastern seaboard, what's now the eastern seaboard of the USA, wanted the right to vote. There are people who have suffered death and torture and are still being, treated really badly because they want the right to have a choice. This is a luxury that we've been given. Alright? It hasn't always been this way. Okay? It hasn't always been this way, whereby people, individuals, will have some say in the way the world works. And these days, if you're in America, you can write to your local representative. In the UK, we can write to our local MPs, or we can get up a pressure group, or we can do politics online to try and help the government to make choices in our favour, which is another way in which we can do things democratically, using the government as a pressure group to support the needs of the people. Alright? People as in you and me. And your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your sons, your daughters, your uncles, and aunts, and everybody. Alright? The people you like out there, the people you hate out there, everybody. Everyone who's got a job, everyone who doesn't have a job, anyone who's suffered abuse, anyone who hasn't suffered abuse, anyone who's been persecuted or hasn't been persecuted, everybody. The rich, the poor, everyone. The ones in the middle, you name it. This YouTube user wants people to live in a condition of taxation without representation. And I think this is wrong. I don't care which democratic country you live in, whether it's Australia, New Zealand, America, Britain, wherever, France, Germany, Spain, Hungary, I don't care. Please use your right to vote. It's taken human society a long time to get to this level. Don't go against it. Please.